Hello everyone, we are glad to have you back.
The appearance of the Flood plays a major role in the exciting action scenes and narrative turns that fill the Halo Season 2 finale. Actually, the plot development of that episode has a direct bearing on what happens to Dr. Catherine Halsey at the conclusion of the second season of Halo. The season was quite the roller coaster for the person who designed the Spartan-II program. James Ackerson, an ONI officer, kidnaps Halsey in the first few episodes of the sophomore trip. Ackerson has dedicated himself to producing the Spartan-IIIs as a replacement for his sister, who perished during Halsey's Spartan-II augmentation procedure. Dr. Halsey is left to suffer as a result of Ackerson's actions after the fall of Reach, even though she does not perish in Halo Season 2, Episode 4. Rather, she finds herself back on the planet of Onyx under UNSC rule, where she is accompanied by Quan Ha, an insurrectionist rebel who has been having weird visions of the Flood and a figure known only as the Mother. When the improbable pair meets Halsey's estranged daughter, Commander Miranda Keyes, on the Foreigner world, they become an even more unlikely trio. In the penultimate episode of Halo Season 2, Quan uses her visions of Foreigner star maps to figure out a mysterious conundrum on Onyx that baffles Miranda and Dr. Halsey both. As Halsey fears, the gang finds not just a Foreigner city but an entire SHIELD world beyond the door Quan unlocks. The finding of an abandoned Foreigner facility is the most intriguing development for Halsey and Miranda. An almost human scientist's body is clutching an odd contraption inside. Miranda returns the gadget used by the Foreigner scientist to the base, even if Quan is not interested in having it. Miranda opens the Foreigner device carefully, but even so, she can't contain the spores. Before long, the Flood specimen infects her colleague scientist on the UNSC. Given that Dr. Halsey had previously discovered DNA on Onyx, theirs and ours, it should come as no surprise that the Foreigner device held a genetic sample. The Flood virus gradually takes over those in the command center with Halsey and other higher-ups as it spreads across UNSC and ONI staff. Halsey tells Miranda that she has been infected by the Flood even though she is able to avoid being mauled. Dr. Halsey is less afraid and more thrilled to return to Miranda's lab. The biologist is inspired despite the fact that she almost died in an attack. Dr. Halsey is obviously fascinated with Foreigner technology and any scientific evidence that would point to the next phase of human evolution, based on her statements in the Halo Season 1 finale. After all, Halsey's earlier finding of DNA on Onyx led her to explore the galaxy in search of volunteers for the rare Spartan-II program, such as John. Conversely, Miranda finds their finding appalling. The second season of Halo skims the surface of the Flood's history and origins, but it does enough to highlight the menace the parasitic superbeing poses if left unchecked. The Flood are able to take in more knowledge and intelligence by taking over people's bodies and neural networks, and this feeds into its enormous collective mind. The Flood would be far ahead with Dr. Halsey swallowed. Quick-witted Miranda places Dr. Halsey in a cryochamber in the hopes that the apparatus will stop the Flood infection in its tracks and prevent her mother from becoming a member of the Flood. In the Halo 2 finale, the Flood are the source of nearly every death and momentarily remove Dr. Halsey from the picture. The biggest threat facing the galaxy is the parasitic superbeing. The Flood and SHIELD worlds like Onyx were established in Halo 2, which did a great deal to build up Season 3. Even though the show has previously made clear that Halo is a superweapon, the third season will undoubtedly explore its ability to sterilize entire galaxies. There's potential for Dr. Halsey's return as Combat Evolved's plot opens in Halo Season 3, but it's unclear if Miranda will be able to save her mother from the Flood.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.